Hey everybody, I'm here with my wife today. We're going to go over the January budget. The month just ended, so we want to see where we ended up with all of our numbers, and hopefully we have money left over. Let's start with the income, and then let's go over how we built up the numbers, and then we'll do where we landed at the end of the month.
Okay, so your income did change a little bit. It was, what was it, closer to $1,650 a month, and then it changed to let's just say $1,790.
Yeah.
Or not a month, sorry, per check. So that did help out a little bit. And then my income has been pretty similar that it's been the past couple months. It was around like $550 a check. So, but this was a three paycheck month for me. So at the very last day, I had a paycheck. But that doesn't really count for January. You can't use it really for January. You have to save it for the next month. But you know, it's still included in January's because it's
income.
It's income, yeah, in January. And then you picked up a
video job.
A video job. So that was an additional $520 for the month. So that was pretty nice. So yeah, so I think total what we got this month was $5,991, which is pretty nice because usually it was around like $4,400. So it was a pretty nice bump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which helped us.
Which was also surprising because it felt like this month was going to be impossible, and then I don't know where we just made like all this extra money just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It felt like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt like if we didn't move, we wouldn't have made that extra money.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. It kind of helped us to
like light a fire.
Light a fire under our feet. Yeah, so that was definitely a blessing that those jobs gave us. But since the move was kind of hectic, and you know, it took us a while to get settled in. We did overspend on eating out and groceries because you know, the kitchen wasn't ready, or we were just so tired. We also got sick, I think twice this month.
Yeah.
And
we're sick right now.
Yeah, we're sick right now. The second time was pretty brutal. And so it's been kind of hard to create a system for us to like to cook and to pack our lunches, because I don't know where half of our Tupperware is. We're still like unpacking and stuff. Yeah. So you know, all those little hindrances and little what are they called?
Bumps?
Yeah, just the little
like friction.
Yeah, every little friction, you're just like, I'm just gonna go out to eat.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so much easier. But yeah, so should I go over those numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. So usually for groceries, how much do we do? 1,000?
Yeah.
So usually we budget around 1,000 for groceries and 0 for restaurant. But this month, for groceries, we had 1,243, and for restaurants, we hit 572. So it was kind of a lot.
Yeah, and the groceries is supposed to be, I want to get that down to like 600.
Yeah.
And so we're going double, like past our budget.
Yeah.
And then restaurants, that's supposed to be 0.
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to be on the Dave Ramsey plan. So restaurant's supposed to be 0. We're $500 over that budget. That means that's $5 plus $600 that we would have just had to spend on whatever we wanted or save it.
Yeah.
Just it's gone just like that.
So that was what, 1,100 that we could have used for something else if we could have just gotten our
Yeah.
our stuff together.
And half of that food I threw away.
Yeah.
Half of the groceries was just thrown away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. So we have for savings for the baby. After I zeroed everything out at the end of the month, or wait, should I do that last?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that last.
Okay, so for giving, for our tithes, we still give what we regularly do, which is $50, just for, this season of our life. And then we needed to replenish our emergency fund. So we needed $350 for that. So we planned that there. Our rent was still $1,600 for this month. Our water was. Should I pause?
Let's do it here.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, our water was $68.62. Our gas bill was $67.30. Our electricity was $152. Let's see, our internet was $55.55. And then this was another expense that went up this month, was our gas for our cars, because we did move a little bit further to my job. So now I'm spending more on gas. So usually it was below $100 a month, but now it's $132 what we spent this month. And then we had I had to get an oil change for one of the cars. Well, my husband got an oil change for his car. So the maintenance for the car was around $50 this month.
And that's gonna go up. We're gonna have to put up something in the budget for the car because I need it, and it's gonna go into the shop for. It's leaking oil, so
Yeah.
it's gonna go into the shop for that.
Yeah, we're gonna need to budget for a repair. And then let's see. Okay, so for clothing, we talked about this a little bit earlier today, and usually we just budget $50 for clothing, but I think we're gonna keep it at $100 because my toddler's growing very fast and he always needs clothes for, just, I don't know, for any little thing. So we're gonna keep the clothing budget at $100. So this month we were right in that range. We were at $92. Phone, we switched phone plans, so there's a little bit of fees and stuff. So our phone bill's a little higher. It was at $120 for this month, but it's gonna go down for next month.
Yeah,
right?
next month it's supposed to be $20.
Yeah, so
So that'll be
hopefully.
good.
Yes, and so subscriptions is the same as every month, $55.42. Let's see, miscellaneous. Let me see if I can remember what miscellaneous was. Oh yeah, that was for moving. So the U-Haul was around $130, and then I got a phone case for my phone. So
Because you keep breaking it.
because I keep dropping it and breaking it. So saving up for the baby. So I just put whatever was left over at the end of the month into this category. So we had $300 left over. So that was pretty cool. So we're gonna move that over to a savings account so we can save up for baby coming up. The pet care this month was a little under $120, so it was $194.21. That was for her Sammy's shots and her medicine, and she had to take a little test, blood test or something, just the basic routine stuff that they do. Let's see.
Insurance?
Insurance, yes. This one went up. December we didn't have to pay anything, but now we're having to pay $370.
And that's
$81.
the cheapest option.
Yeah, that was one of the cheapest options. I think the cheapest one was like just a little bit lower than that, but this I choose a better one because the one I had last time I did not like it. The deductible was like almost $8,000, and yeah, it was. This one is so much better. And auto insurance, same as every month, $154. Let's see. And then on all of our credit card payments, we just paid the minimum. So Discover was $73, Chase was $124, and I think that's all we're paying on the credit cards right now. We just have those two that are remaining. We paid off the rest of the credit cards, and we paid off his car last year, so that feels pretty good.
Okay, cool. So, we made $5,991, and so that leaves us with how much to save? Okay, so we're back. So there's three things that we wanted to touch on with the budget. That's pretty much the whole budget. That's where all the stuff we have to pay, including like debt, including groceries, including rent, like includes everything. Next is the savings account. And this is what we're going to do with all the extra income that we had. So we had her extra paycheck and that extra job that I was able to do. And so with that, we wanted to do $350 is going into our emergency fund to refill that. And that's going to be in cash. And then whatever's left over, how much would that be? I think like we have $306.
Yes.
So we have about $306, and we're gonna put that into the savings, baby savings account. And that that's kind of part of what we're planning to do with the savings accounts. So for like next month, we have one less paycheck that you're receiving, and then I'm not gonna have the extra job, obviously. So we're going to build out the budget to kind of, the idea is we want to have one of her paychecks apply to the rent and what it takes to like for all of our expenses. And then ideally we'll have her second check that we can use and we can save that. Ideally, when the baby comes, that whole extra check that she's been saving that whole time will give us an additional 6 months that if we continue on the same budget, we'll be able to, she'll be able to stay home and we'll be able to pay for that, for those, all the expenses that come, ideally.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're basically just wanting to see if we can live off of just one of my checks. So that the second check that I get every month, we'll just put it aside in a baby fund. So that whenever baby does come, we'll have all this time that we've been saving, which is 6 months from now. We'll have an additional 6 months of the checks that we didn't use and we just put aside. So we could still be, have that peace of mind that we have that to lean back on. So that's our goal for the next coming months.
That also includes these.
Yes. So our grocery budget, we want to try to keep it under 1,000. So that compared to what we spend this month in January would save us around $250, give or take. And then for restaurants, we're wanting to stay within 0 to maybe like 200 max, on restaurants. And that would free up another, $300, $300 to $400. So.
Yeah, the idea is to get the grocery budget down to 600 and get the restaurant down to 0.
Yeah.
but we know ourselves.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that.
It's very hard to do
Yeah, as much as we say like, oh yeah, it'll be great. We'll save all this extra money. Well, I come home late one day and I'm like, she's too tired or something's going on with the baby, so Chick-fil-A it is, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I know, you know, if we have a little bit of budget for restaurants, you know, we can spend it and it'll be okay. It won't be okay, but we'll have a budget for it.
Yeah.
The other one is the groceries. We always try to cut down on the groceries, but for some reason we always just spend a bunch. I think also part of that is we also have to buy things for our son and for the dogs, and so we don't separate that out. It's just like anytime we go to the groceries, it's all included under the same thing.
Yeah.
So like a portion of that is, you know, dog food, cat food. A portion of that is diapers and stuff from my son. And so the budget is a little high, but it's also because it's not just food. It's all those other things.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one thing we can do is track track the dog food, the cat food, diapers, stuff like that, and put it into its own individual budgets. So that way we can see like really what we're spending on each specific thing. And that way, like, if we want to cut stuff out, we know which budget's being spent too high, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, because everything that we buy for the house, like, you know, paper towels, toilet paper, you know, all those little household things like cleaners and stuff, it's all under the grocery budget.
Yeah.
So it's not just food, like he was saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything. All
Yeah.
of that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much where we landed with the budget for January. We went way over on some of the things, but we got lucky because you had your extra paycheck and I landed that extra job, which helped us out a ton at the end of the month. We would have been okay, but we wouldn't have had this extra money that we can apply to the savings accounts. So we would have been like, we would have just zeroed out and had nothing saved up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a challenge for next month. Is it's going to be a tighter budget. So if we can find some extra ways to make some money, we can save all that money. Because right now the only thing we can do is cut things out.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing the thing we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Else we're not gonna make it.
So
Yeah.
probably next video we'll build out February's budget with all these numbers that we're talking about, like cutting down on all these things, and maybe we can even budget out for the cars and for the pets and for the diapers. That way everything has its own spot, and that way we can see where everything's going a little clearer. And we're just gonna have to pay a little bit more for some things next month, just because the cars are kind of, you know, they need some work done. But yeah, next video will probably be building out February's budget and seeing what that looks like.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, check that one out. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like that. We're trying to save a bunch of money before my wife has our second child and she wants to stay home. Well, ideally we want her to stay home with the baby as long as possible. And so we're trying to save as much as money. We're trying to cut out a bunch of unnecessary things that we don't need to be spending on. So yeah, follow along to see if we're able to do it. Yeah. All right. See you guys in the next one.
Okay. Bye.
Cool.
Thanks.